Hi. According to the data that you've entered, you are in stage 2 of reading comprehension section. Now what does this mean? This means that you do know how to read and understand an easy and a medium level passage, and you do know how to answer questions of such passages correctly. So what is the skill that you need to still build? Now in order to get to that 90th percentile ability, you need to be able to solve hard questions consistently, correctly. And for that, you need to ensure that you know how to read slowly. Yes, I did say slowly, and I do understand that the word slowly does not fit in the, intuitively you may think that the word slowly has no place in the context of a timed exam like GMAT, right? But believe me, reading slowly is the key to you building your ability in reading comprehension. So for this, the first step for you is to view the recording of reading comprehension webinar, or if it is timely, attend it live when I conduct it. Okay. Once you do that, you will realize the importance of applying reading strategies, and you will also realize that reading strategies can be correctly applied only if you read the passage slowly. So think about an application file as a guided exercise, okay, in which you first solve question number 1 and then you review the solution of this question in detail. Okay. Essentially what this allows you to do is this allows you to compare and contrast your approach versus the approach that has been explained in the solution. Okay. So that's what this thing allows you to do. Just spell contrast, right? Contrast. Okay. All right. Now, then what you do is you apply these learnings that you have from this exercise onto the next questions, the next question that follow, question number 2. And then you again review the solution of this question, and then you repeat the process here. Okay. So essentially, as you apply these learnings to the subsequent questions in the file, what ends up happening is that your skill set to solve questions really gets enhanced. Okay. And the more critical you are in this step of reviewing the solution, the more good learnings you will have from this exercise, and the more diligent you are over here to apply these learnings onto the following questions, the more your skill set will improve. Okay. Now, another very important thing to understand is that in any given module, your application file and the practice file really go hand in hand. Okay. Essentially, what do we mean by that? The questions in these files, they are cherry picked to serve a particular intent. Okay, so these are what we call as purpose built files. Okay, these files are built with a purpose. Okay, so whenever you solve questions in the application files, do not skip the associated practice file, because that's when the learning really happens a lot. Okay, now the third thing which I absolutely want you to keep in mind is when you are solving these questions, I do not want you to time yourself. Do not time yourself. Why? Because the goal over here is for you to learn the process as much as possible from these purpose-built files, and you will not be able to learn the process in the intended manner if you do these files in the timed environment. So do not time yourself. Do not waste these questions by solving these questions in a hurry. Okay, so keep in mind these 3 points and carry forward. So after attending this webinar or viewing the recording of this webinar, you then practice the reading strategies utilizing module 6 of your reading comprehension course, in which you solve application passages and application files. Okay. So after you've completed this exercise, you will have applied reading strategies on at least 4 passages, and you will have understood the importance of reading slowly. Okay. With this information, get started with preparing for reading comprehension, making sure that you understand the reading strategies, and then as soon as you're ready to start utilizing Scholaranium to further cement your reading strategies, I will be there to guide you. Happy learning!